So are you actually drinking tonight?
Yeah.
What do you want?
I was gonna have a margarita, but what's that? That looks good.
This is a Clark Kent. I think it's I want to say a gin.
Barry is pretty firmly, anti-alcohol of any kind, except for kombucha. Being his wife all of these years, I just kind of supported that and went along with everything that he said. I don't think he really knows that I, am having an occasional drink here and there.
Hey, cheers to our first drink together.
Cheers.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. There is literally never a dull day on this channel, ever. Every time I think I'm gonna get something done and do a deeper dive into something like today happens. And this morning, early this morning, I was notified by a local in the state of Florida, in Wakulla County, that Kimberly Doherty Plath, yes, the matriarch of Welcome to Plathville, was sitting in the detention center because she had been arrested overnight. And what I've been able to uncover in the last few hours is shocking, and I'm actually just kind of concerned. I'm worried, and then I'm also just like, what? WTF, what happened? What is going on here? So there's a lot we need to talk about, and this is pretty serious, you guys. And we ended the season with Olivia and Kim and everyone fighting, and so here we are, and it's Kim, and she is on a serious downward spiral. So let's talk about this. Before we do, can you do me a humongous favor and consider subscribing to the channel? It's completely free, costs you nothing, and all it does is gives you more of the content you're already watching and love. And I'm absolutely excited because I'm got a goal that I'd love to see this channel grow to 300,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So can you help me get there? I hope so. Make sure to leave comments if you have something to say. And as always, give this video a thumbs up. Let's dive into what's going on with Kim. At the end of the season, Kim and Barry split, and they put out this message that, after X amount of years together, they are going to divorce. And a lot of people were like, is this really going on? Is it not going on? Because no documents had been filed in court, right? And on the series, we saw Kim go out and have drinks with her son, Micah, which we thought was like, well, this is weird because Kim had said that she in her youth had problems with alcohol, and she had mentioned on the show that her mother also had problems with alcohol, and that was why she didn't drink. So to see her drinking again, we were like, this, okay, I hope she's okay.
Said, I don't think he really knows that I, am having an occasional drink here and there.
Hey, cheers to our first drink together.
Cheers.
How much money would it take for you to do a shot?
I'm not doing a shot. Oh, no.
So that was one part where some people were getting a little bit concerned. And, even Barry had talked about his party days. And it's hard to know because people can be young and party and be dumb, and other people can literally become addicted. So I don't know what's going on with Kim, but she was arrested in Wakulla, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, Wakulla County last night for a DUI, property damage, and personal injury. So according to the booking records, now she's been released now, she was booked for DUI, property damage, and personal injury, and the booking time was around 1:45 in the morning. She was booked into the Wakulla County Detention Center, and she's very rosy-cheeked, very pink, glassy eyes, and this is being charged under code 316.193.3ABC1. So I went ahead and looked at what does that mean, and it is actually the third part of the law, and it's for someone that is over the legal limit, happens to get involved in an accident, and causes injury to someone. And so really serious part here is that the personal injury part under this subsection of the law is a felony. And it's a third-degree felony with up to 5 years in prison. So I don't know how they're going to end up charging this, but this is a very serious charge for her. There's no details about if the person that she injured is okay. I'm hoping that it's not serious. Like, we don't know anything about, what was her blood level? What was her alcohol level? Like, is Kim okay? Is the person that she hit okay? It's really scary. Okay. So by this morning, it was like noonish, she bonds out, right? She gets out and she's no longer listed on the website. So I go over to check the Wakulla County's court records. There is still not yet at this point been anything posted for last night's arrest, but this arrest or this citation was in June. And this is also for a DUI. And both involve property damage and personal injury. So the citation that I located for June happened on Friday, June 10th of 2022, and it appears to have happened at 11:52 p.m. Now, it's a little bit hard to read, but I was able to find an actual sample of what this document says. So at the time, she was charged with what was called careless driving, but there was a assumption or a concern that she might have been under the influence. And it says in the comments, it says careless driving, single vehicle crash, DUI. And so it says, was there a crash? Yes. Was there property damage? Yes. How much? I can't read the total property damage amount, but it's in the thousands. It says, was somebody injured? So did she cause injury to somebody else? Yes. Was the injury serious? No. And so this happened, the original incident happened on June 10th. And for some reason, by September 8th, they upgraded the charges to DUI. What I'm guessing it could have happened is she might have refused to do a breathalyzer, and they might have had to do like a blood draw, and they might have had to do further investigations, but she was upgraded to a charge of a DUI, and now it's listed as a pending DUI, again with property damage and personal injury. And this was put into the careless driving ticket that she had been given in June, upgraded in September to a DUI, and she has not contested this yet. There's no court date listed yet. There's been no anything really. It's just that she's got this charge and it's in the process going through the court. Apparently, this charge that I found on their website is actually the charge that she was arrested for last night. It's a little bit confusing, but People Magazine actually reached out to the sheriff's department, who confirmed that Kim was arrested on an outstanding warrant and that she had turned herself into the police at the lobby this afternoon, which doesn't really make sense with the timeline. But let me tell you what the police told her, People Magazine. So they said she was arrested on an outstanding warrant from another agency, and she turned herself into our agency. She turned herself into the sheriff's office in the lobby today for the arrest. And it says that they had issued a warrant for drunk driving, but then no other details of the case or where the original agency was for the arrest were available at this time. So it appears that the arrest that she had last night was for the incident I just explained to you, which happened in June. What is unclear to me is, why did she turn herself in at 1:45 in the morning? This doesn't make any sense to me, but alas. And it's weird because it says that it's for another agency. The charges are for the DUI that were charged on September 8th from the June 10th incident, okay? So for whatever reason, it has taken 5 months now for them to not only upgrade the charges, arrest her, and now book her. So again, the charges are, like I said, property damage, personal injury, and driving under the influence, which, as I stated before, these charges are under the third subsection of the law in the state of Florida, meaning that she is facing a third-degree felony because of the personal injury. I don't know why it would have taken them this long to figure this out. I don't know if she had lawyers. I've never seen anything like this, honestly. But again, she turned herself in at 1:43 in the morning. And it's weird because it says she turned herself in today. She did, but it was like at 1:43 in the morning. So the assumption was that she was arrested overnight. So she was released, and she has to face these charges now and be assigned to a judge and go through the entire process. But because it's a third-degree felony, she faces up to 5 years in prison, up to 5 years of probation, and up to a $5,000 fine. And then the property damage is a first-degree misdemeanor, and the DUI itself is, I can't remember, it's a misdemeanor. So it's like she's facing multiple charges in one charge. I don't know how they're going to figure this out. I'm assuming that it would go off the most severe penalty, which would be the felony. So felony DUI is really serious. And I'm not sure what is going on with Kim, because she is someone that has said on the show that she had issues with alcohol. Her mom had issues with alcohol. She's going through a divorce. When the TLC had another cast member on the show get a DUI last year, which earlier this spring, Nathan, Olivia's brother, they left it off the show. He was arrested the same night as Micah's 21st birthday. Underage, by the way, 19 years old. Nothing about that on the show. Now I'm like, is this going to be left off the show like they left off Matt Roloff's DUI so conspicuously, and how they left off Danielle Busby's mother's arrest for DUI? They don't ever show you the truth. It's like this manufactured world, and when a star actually gets arrested, they completely ignore that part, but because it doesn't fit their narrative. So I don't know if that's going to be a part of this at all. But Kim being arrested for this is serious. And I don't know if you remember, but she ran over her son Joshua when he was a baby. There was not alcohol as a part of that at all. So that's good. But she's had a lot of car issues. She was also arrested in the 90s with an open container. Kim needs to take care of herself. Personally, she needs to take care of her own issues before she goes out on a television show and tells other people how to raise their kids, tells other kids how to parent, puffs herself up as being this great parent, while she's got all these skeletons in her closet and clearly issues happening. I hope she gets help. That's all I hope. And I also hope she stops driving. I hope she stops drinking. And I'm really hoping that whoever she hit is not hurt and doesn't have any serious injuries as a part of it, and doesn't have any lasting damage. She could have really, really seriously hurt that person. And this is who's on our TLC. It's another fundamentalist getting arrested, another downward spiral, and here we are. And this is like the matriarch narcissist of TLC that most of you hate. So I'll keep you updated about what happens in court, but it seems that that incident in June is why she was arrested last night. So what are your thoughts about this? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.